and let him do that. Let him threaten whatever he wants to threaten. If he loses, however, uh, I'm not prejudging this, and some Okay. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to call to order the Code Enforcement Special Magistrate hearings. It's a bit after 9 a.m. Wednesday, March 15th, 2023. What I'll do is, as I customarily do, is give an opening statement. For those of you that have been here before, you know how these proceedings work. If this is your first time, welcome, or I don't know about welcome, but here you are. And then I'll go through how the hearings are going to work. If you could please turn off your cellular phones, which I'm going to do for myself now because I've been guilty of leaving it on occasion as well, and the like, so that you can not, and to avoid interrupting these proceedings. There are no weapons of any kind permitted in these chambers or anywhere within these facilities. In all issues that may come before the special magistrate, we ask that everyone show mutual respect for one another by listening quietly to each person speaking, and that everyone refrain from clapping, heckling, or verbal outbursts in favor or in opposition to a speaker. These are hearings that are conducted by me. I'm the assigned special magistrate in these hearings today, for the purpose and for which to give you and in you as alleged violators the opportunity to contest and the decision of the code enforcement officer, which resulted in the issuance of a civil violation notice. These hearings are what's called as quasi-judicial. As a magistrate, I listen to the evidence and I decide whether or not there are violations of the town's code enforcement ordinances. I'm not a judge. You're not in circuit court. You're not in county court. Just keep that in mind. And when I listen to both sides, and the city will go first in presenting its case, that'll be put on the TV screen, and any of the documents and the notice of violation that it has. And then you'll be given an opportunity to respond and tell me why you're not in violation, or if you are, to say how much time that you need in which to comply. In these cases, just also keep in mind, and I may repeat this later, that you're going to be given a certain amount of time to comply before a per diem violation or a daily violation is assessed. It can be anywhere from 10 days, 30 days, 60 days, 90 days before that per diem violation begins to accrue. And that can be, for an initial violation, up to $250 per day. Or if it's a repeat violation, it can be up to $500 per day. If they're irrevocable violations and the like, they can actually, by statute, go up to $1,000 or $5,000. That's rarely given here, but that's always on the table. And in most of these cases, and nearly all of them, that really isn't going to apply, but it could, just so you're aware of that. Each of you that's going to testify will be placed under oath, including the code enforcement officer. These hearings are not conducted in accordance with the formal rules of evidence relating to witnesses and evidence. Any relevant evidence will be admitted if I find it to be competent and reliable, regardless of the existence of any common law or statutory rule to the contrary. All documentary evidence must be submitted for placement in the hearing file. No documentary evidence will be considered unless the alleged violator or code enforcement officer submits a copy for the hearing file. If you refer to it, you have it in your file, and you refer to it, it's evidence. That's the bottom line. Each party has a right to call and examine witnesses, to introduce exhibits, to cross-examine opposing witnesses on any matter relevant to the issues, even though that matter was not covered in the direct examination, to impeach any witnesses regardless of which party first called him or her to testify, and to rebut the evidence against him or her. It is my responsibility, as I mentioned earlier, is to make findings of fact based on the evidence of record as to whether or not there is a violation of the code provision that you're allegedly have violated. The fact-finding determination of a magistrate are limited to whether the alleged violation occurred, and if so, whether the person named in the civil violation notice can be held responsible for that violation. Please also keep in mind, with only one narrow exception, if you own the property, you're the one that's going to be responsible, no matter if you caused the violation or your predecessor caused it. You buy the property, you assume all violations. That's really the bottom line, with one exception with regard to possibility of mobile homes at mobile home parks. I may also modify the decision of the code enforcement officer as to the time for correction contained in the civil violation notice, even though said time is rebuttably presumed to have been reasonable. I have the authority to assess and order the payment of civil penalties, to issue orders having the force of law to command whatever steps are necessary to bring a violation into compliance, and to assess administrative costs. In order to make a finding upholding the code enforcement officer's decision, I must find that there is substantial competent evidence that the named violator was responsible for a violation of the relevant section of the code as charged. If I affirm the decision of the code inspector, my order will specify the amount of the civil penalty and fine, the administrative costs of the hearing of not less than $100 if it's assessed, and the date by which the violation must be corrected to prevent resumption of continuing violation, fines and penalties, if any. An aggrieved party, including the city, may file a final order of a special magistrate to the Circuit Court of Appeals. Such appeal shall not be a hearing de novo, but shall be limited to appellate review of the record created before the magistrate. In other words, you do not get a second bite at the apple with further evidence if you decide to appeal. It's what's presented and preserved today, what's testified to, any documents and any positions you state today. And you would also need a record and a transcript of that as well to take it if you decide to appeal. An appeal shall be filed within 30 days of the issuance of the order sought to be overturned. If you are found guilty of the civil violation charge, you will be assessed an administrative fee of $100. The city representative will present their case first, and the alleged violator will present their case thereafter. Then I'll consider the evidence and make a decision today after arguments are heard. Okay, at this time we're going to have a roll call for all the people of the town that are present here today. Go ahead.
Chief Code Compliance Officer Joseline Ramirez.
Brian Sherman, Assistant Interim City Attorney.
Okay, Harry Hippler, the Special Magistrate.
Susie Rutlinger, Assistant to the Town Clerk.
Okay, is there adoption of minutes that I need to adopt?
Yes,
Okay, all right. What are they? And then I'll go ahead and adopt them.
it's the minutes for the month of May 18, 22, September 21, 22, November 16, 2022, and January 25th, 2023.
Okay, I'll go ahead and adopt those minutes as per the code enforcement officer's statement. All right. Yeah, they're right here on the 4.1, 4.2, 4.3, 4.4. Any deferrals, additions, or modifications?
Yes. So for section 8.1, case 4794, I am going to postpone this case until further notice.
Okay.
Um, Give me a second. Case 7450, that's on section 10.1. That was added to the agenda for an extension.
Okay.
Case 5384. That's on section 12 on the agenda. Item 6. I'm sorry, it's not item 6. It's item 12. Case 5801 will be postponed until further notice. Item 16 will also be postponed till further notice.
Okay.
And that's the changes.
Okay. All right, at this time, if you're gonna testify, if you could please raise your right hand and stand if you can. If you don't want to stand, you can just raise your right hand. If you want to, that's up to you. Or if you can't, obviously, you don't have to. All right. Okay, do you agree and you will tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? If you could please affirm.
I do.
Okay, thank you very much. All right, and we'll call the cases in order that the city decides to call them. All right, thank you.
Okay. So first on the list, we have case 5384, which is on section 12 of the agenda, item 6. Since it's part of the foreclosure list that we're going to
Yes,
present,
okay.
I would like to present item number 12. We have 19 items on this list. We did postpone 2 of them. And I'd like to present the list. The list had a recording lien that is exceeded the 90 days, so it's expired, and now we can move for formality purpose towards foreclosure.
Okay, and that list is attached to the notice. It's at the,
Well, we'll have to attach it later since we had to make changes
okay,
and possibly make more changes. See how the day goes.
all right. So what I will do is I will approve the foreclosure for those of you that are here for the fear of foreclosure. By me approving it, that's the first step in going ahead and foreclosing the lien against the subject property. It's also going to have to be approved by the town commission in the foreseeable future before there's an actual postponement. Keep in mind, and I don't know if anybody's here for the foreclosures, or I don't know if you are, or
Yes,
okay.
we have a few people here.
Okay.
Could,
We have
Mr.
a
Hepler, if we
Yeah.
could, at least before a ruling is entered, we can call those here on those cases to come up, and if they have anything to add.
Yeah, ma'am, you want to come up?
Yes.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, I know you know my face. I've been here before.
Yes, indeed.
Ma'am,
You're
if you could, thank you so much. Can you state your address?
5501 Southwest 34th Street, Pembroke Park, Florida.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Now, I was here last time with 8 violations. Now I'm up to 19. Are you joking?
I
Are you joking? I mean, very honestly.
Yeah.
Whenever she first came in September, about the painting of the house and everything else, I agreed, and I have evidence right here, so let's go for foreclosure in front of a real judge,
Yeah.
right? The fence, okay, I mean, the painting of the house, the loose eave, everything else was already done. We were down to 3 violations. The roof, you know, which is really great. If people can afford a roof and you have good credit, all that crap that they give you about, oh, the government gives you a free roof. The government don't give you crap. If you don't have a good credit, you can get one. And I told you whenever I was here, can I paint it? You said yes. And it was painted. So we had what she calls a weed, which is a jasmine plant, that she made me yank out my fence line. And then I read your nice little code about why you can't remove a tree. Because it interferes with wildlife. Well, guess what? There's no more important thing in life than a common butterfly. I had them, and she took them away. And it's growing back, and it's not going anywhere. And neither is you're going to throw two elderly people out in the street for the painting of a house?
Yeah.
Crap like that. And after she violates me, I started at 8. I finished at 8. She calls me 2 days later and said, well, you're going to have to pull a permit. Well, how fast do you think I'm going to move whenever you stood there and you called me lazy? Because whenever she came and she kept me at 8 violations, she called me lazy. And lazy is not something that I am.
Yeah. Okay, ma'am. I'm looking at what's your address here?
5501 Southwest 34th Street.
Jeez,
The mayor the other day told me we need a permit to paint the house. Really? Since when?
she's item 6.
Pardon me.
Item 6.
Yeah.
the-
Okay.
On the list.
All right. What's the city's position, Feeney?
So I reviewed her case, and so what she needs to do is pull a permit to fix her damaged fence. And this is was a requirement from the building official.
Right. Okay.
She can still do that. If you're requesting us to postpone your case, we'll be happy to do that.
No, I want the 8 violations that I faced. Most of them removed. You came in that morning and said, oh,
Yeah.
you painted the roof.
Okay, ma'am,
Cross
ma'am,
out.
ma'am,
And then I
ma'am,
came here.
ma'am,
No.
ma'am,
And then, no.
ma'am,
Then I came here
yeah,
and I
ma'am,
said, it was 8
ma'am.
violations.
If you don't calm down,
Why should I
okay,
come down? You
ma'am,
painted a
ma'am.
copy out in
There's,
the street.
ma'am. There's a law enforcement officer
And
in
that's
back.
fine. What is he
Okay,
gonna do?
I
He's
don't
gonna
want
put gas
to.
on my mouth?
I don't want to have to make him or ask him to calm you down. I'm telling you to
Then
calm
you
down.
stop.
Okay,
Because apparently
code
I'm not-
officer Jacqueline, is the only violation that's remaining is the fence?
Yes.
Okay. Well, you heard it here. That means the painting, no permit was required, right?
No,
Okay.
not
Okay,
for
so it's just the
residential.
fence. So why don't you take care of the fence?
Because you kept me at 8 violation. You think I'm gonna do any more work whenever you keep me at 8 violation and you slam me with $14,000 worth of fine?
Okay,
Are
ma'am.
you joking?
Yeah, ma'am, if it's going to continue to accrue until the fence is complied and that you get a permit and you go, yeah.
This came afterwards. The 8 violations was the loose eave, the roof, okay? Then you had the painting of the house, the trimming, the doors, the roof and stuff like that. I told you, as soon as I come back from Orlando, right? You remember I said that. We're gonna
I
paint
don't
it.
remember, ma'am. I listened to like
Well, maybe you should stay there
hundreds.
and listen to the old thing.
Yeah.
But, so we were down to 2. The small fence line, and what she called a weed was a jasmine plant, and it's not. Jasmine plant is not a
Okay,
weed.
ma'am,
It's my
we're
plant.
past that. It's the fence
Now,
that,
when afterwards, did I get credit for the 8 things I did? Or am I still at 14,000?
okay, ma'am, when the order was entered, if you comply with one or with, see, you won't let somebody else talk. You're so involved in this.
First of
Whether
all-
it's one violation or all of them, it continues to accrue. You have to comply
She stood
with,
there, she passed
okay,
by the house.
I'll tell you what I'm going to do is this because there's no need to have to go through this. The per diem is going to continue to accrue. You have control over taking care of the fence. You've been told in a public record here that you've complied with everything except for the fence. So I'm just going to suggest that you leave it on for foreclosure, and maybe she'll understand that she needs to comply with getting the fence. So, all right. Can give you another 15 seconds, ma'am, and I got to move this thing.
Officer
As a
Doughty,
matter
can you
of fact,
please
the fence,
escort
she swung
Miss
by
Feeney?
and told me,
Yeah.
she swung by and
I'm
told
sorry, ma'am. Your time is up.
Yeah.
She told me that
Yeah.
I changed the fence I changed the fence without a permit because it was too shiny.
Yeah.
Am I correct? Am I
Ma'am.
correct?
Yeah.
Your
What
time
we're
is
gonna
up.
do is we're gonna leave it on for the foreclosures. She knows what she needs to do. Okay.
Instead of his clack.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. We'll call the next cases.
Okay.
Well, hopefully none of yours will be like that, but who knows?
And if I may, Mr. Hippler, just
Yeah.
for the record, the officer did escort her out of the room. She did go willingly, but as she left, she did, yell certain explicitives.
Yeah.
As far as I just want to make the record in case, of course, that wasn't picked up as far as her disturbing.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Not only here, but as far as on her way out. But she did willingly leave after her case, I guess.
Right. She was allowed to speak very liberally, and it was explained to her by me, by the code officer. She was annoyed. That's fine. People don't want to be here. I understand that, but and she was being very difficult, and she was escorted out diplomatically by the officer. So we thank the officer for doing that. Next cases.
Next case is 4772, and it's also on the foreclosure list. That's item number 3 on section 12. Ms. Wanda Cruz, if you would like to speak.
Yeah. Your name and address, please.
Wanda Cruz, 105 David Drive.
Great, thank you. Please. What do you have to say?
Has any time?
Okay, all right. What needs to be done to comply?
I believe everything.
Everything.
She needs to pull permits for additions.
Yeah. Okay, you can do all this before there's a potential foreclosure. So, and how long has this case been going on?
Well, the initial notice of violation was back in 2019, so a few
Yeah.
years.
Okay, this has been going on for that many years. Why haven't you complied or tried to comply or do something to comply?
Every time I try to come up with money, something happens.
Okay, ma'am, you own the place, you live there, you need to comply, all right? Is this property that she's renting or that she owns?
It's a mobile home.
Okay, all
I
right.
believe she owns the mobile home.
She does. All right. Why don't you comply? I mean, you're not even making an attempt. I mean, so many people have money problems. All right. Don't blame me for that. No. I'm just saying, don't blame anybody here. It just works out that way. All right. And, this municipality, as well as nearly all of them that I ever go to, they want to work with the people. So you're not really making an attempt to comply. You haven't pulled a permit. You haven't done anything the whole time. I mean, that really doesn't bode well for showing good faith. All right. And so,
I've tried. I've tried to look for things, and every time I get enough money to do something, something happens, and the money goes that way.
well, so what you're saying is that there are other more important things to do than complying with these code violations.
Then the first was COVID, then I had 2 deaths.
Ma'am, we're all aware of COVID. It took me a long time before I would not wear a mask, but I feel comfortable, not to wear a mask. Do I want to get COVID? No, but we have vaccines. And if you want to take them, they're there, and it's up, it happens. So all that I'm saying is that the COVID excuse was legitimate, like, 3 years ago or whatever. It really isn't. Really, it gets old after a while. I don't say that in a negative way. I'm all for vaccinating. I'm all for all that stuff, but we've gotten past that. You need to comply.
Asking for time 'cause now I could work on them.
Well, you'll have time, but I'm not going to go ahead unless the city wants this case removed. But nothing's been done for what, 3 years? I mean, 4 years. It's just a long time. You live there, all right, and this should be one of your primary concerns. So, and again, we all have financial issues, some more than other. Okay, I mean it happens. So, until there's a foreclosure of this, you've still got time. So why don't you, if you go out and apply and obtain a permit, and do your thing, maybe the city on its own will take it out of foreclosures. But you're not doing anything. Okay? I mean, it's just not an excuse after that many years. All right? So I'm going to leave it in I'm approving it. If the city wishes to not pursue it, that's up to the city. But there's really, these laws, maybe I tend to try to explain this too much rather than do what maybe some magistrates may or may not do. The reason for having these laws, 162 among others, is to get compliance. Okay, they have teeth in them. If they're not going to be followed, then why have the laws? And it's going to be like the wild, wild west. People are not going to ever comply. And the compliance is really for your own benefit and your neighbor's benefit. It's for the community's benefit. If the violations are corrected, it will increase the value of what you own, the neighborhood, and just everywhere. People don't seem to want to understand that. So I'm going to leave it in, okay? All right. So if you want to move this thing along, apply, get permits, that's up to you. Otherwise, I suspect, I don't want to prejudge this or make a prediction here as a fortune teller, but 2 years from now, you're going to say, well, you had to spend the money elsewhere. This is a very important item. All right. Well, you're saying yes, but still 3 years or however long. Okay. So I'm going to leave it in here, and I'm not going to. What? Pardon me?
What does that mean that you're leaving it in?
Yeah, foreclosure. It's going to be subject to foreclosure.
So we bring the list to the special magistrate. He approves the list, and so the next step would be bringing the list in front of the town commission because they have the final approval. And so once the final approval is done, which can take time as he mentioned, so you do have a little bit of time to start, making actions and stuff.
And then when it comes up and
Right. So, based on, your efforts that you have made in that time, we'll review your case.
Okay.
papers?
No, you'll receive it in the mail.
All right. Thank you.
Thank
Yeah.
you. And officer, thank you very much for your help with diplomatically escorting her out after she got a bit out of hand. So, thank you. You were really courteous and respectful, and you got a hard job. So, whatever. Thank you. All right. Good. Thank you. All right. Next case.
Is there anybody here on the foreclosure list? Anyone else?
Yeah.
I think I see Debbie Vaughn. Yeah. Did you want to come forward?
Come on up. Let's see. This is number.
That's item number 1 on the foreclosure.
There we go. All right. Your name and where do you live?
Debbie Vaughn, live at 135 Stevens Street, Pembroke. Actually, it's Allendale, but 33009.
Okay. All right. What's up? What's going on?
So, I know we have issues. I know gotten some of the cleaning done. My husband and I have been in the process of separating on and off for the last year. Now, it's pretty much only there at night because I work overnight, so we have a 15-year-old. I'm working as much as I can, but like shed thing that's there, which was there when we bought it, it's on a slab and it has electrical and everything running to it, so I don't know, we don't have the money to hire an electrician, and my soon-to-be ex doesn't know squat about squat,
Okay.
which is why nothing ever gets done.
Okay. Well, that's, in my job, I also do family law, so I'm sure you're going through a very difficult time in your life. So, but he does come back and help out. No? Okay. All right. But
He comes back, but I managed to get him to clean up some of his garbage, but
okay, so what do we have? We have a shed that needs to be either for electricity or removed, a demolition, is that, whatever they are. There's also a cleaning. It, are there a bunch of violations here or just one or two or what?
Yes, there's a few violations, and I believe she has to also obtain permits, and
Okay.
no permits have been obtained.
I can only work 36 hours a week now. This week I was lucky I was able to pick up 2 extra shifts. But other than that, I had back surgery last year and 2 the year before. I know, not your problem, I get that, but I can't work any more than I already am. I can't go find a second job. Working overnights is very difficult. I work for Amazon in a warehouse at my age.
Yeah.
Anyway, it was the best money I could find.
Okay. So is this what type of a housing? Is this a mobile home or?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, you just need to keep pursuing getting a permit and trying to comply. Has there been any progress made on the home?
No.
No.
Not that I'm aware of.
Garbage up. Now, come on. You gotta get to him. He did clean some of his
Well, he helped out then. See, he helped out.
but it's his.
Okay, I know, but he helped out. So, all right. All right. There you go. Well, maybe you'll, I don't reconcile. Maybe you'll.
So we're good.
Okay, no. You're very diplomatic, and I am too. I mean, I don't. The first one caught everyone by surprise and whatever. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this case on, and if you can start showing progress, maybe the city will not pursue it, or maybe they'll.
I'm probably one of the only people in my neighborhood who only speaks English. So I can't ask this neighbor here or that neighbor there, hey, do you know somebody who can, who does handyman stuff, who can. I don't speak Spanish, so I can't. I'm probably one of the only people there who speaks Spanish.
I don't speak Spanish either. I regret it.
I'm not in that neighborhood either, but
Okay.
and they're nice people. Don't get me wrong. They smile. They wave.
I know,
They
I
have
understand.
Say,
Well-
hey, who did your,
Yeah.
who did your repairs and stuff?
Well, maybe go up to them and chat with them, or try to, and ask them.
Money.
No, ask them who did the repair work. It's just that it is your home. Is the mobile home whose name is in your name or just your? Okay, all right. Well, try to be on good terms with your, husband. I don't think this sounds like a multi-million-dollar divorce.
1992.
Oh, okay. All right. Well. All right. Well, so be it. I'm gonna leave it intact, leave it on the foreclosure list, because you've got to start making progress. These things, like I've explained before, and I'm gonna need to move this along because we have people that are chomping at the bits to get in and get out. Or that's okay. So just do the best you can, and that means start making progress.
Is there any way to take it off the list?
If the city wants to take it off the list, but I think my role here is more perfunctory, which is that these have been existing liens on the properties and violations, and they continue to accrue at X amount of dollars per month, and
I'm just terrified of getting a notice next week. Hey, guess what? You're out.
things don't work that way, ma'am. For foreclosure, okay, the city commission needs to, go ahead, you want to,
Mr. Hippler. What these is part of the statute is it requires the town to get the authority from the special magistrate when certain conditions are met. So when you see in different lawsuits, where they have general statements where it says, all conditions preceded are met, that means you did everything that you had to do before bringing a lawsuit. These are one of these items as that we have to do before bringing a lawsuit. There are other steps as far as bringing it to the city commission, actually filing it, but this is step one. So this is kind of a necessary step the town must make in order to get to that filing of a lawsuit. But it doesn't mean a lawsuit's going to be filed tomorrow. However, it's changing from, again, the different proceedings as far as, yes, becoming additionally more serious. Of course, the town still wants you to comply. You still have the opportunity to comply. It is not the end of the road, but this is the first step of the next phase.
okay. You still,
I mean, is it like a week or is it more like 2 months? Like,
It would not be next week. It's up to the city commission, the town commission. If they approve it, if it goes to them, it first has to go to them, then they would approve it, and then we would file it. So those steps have to take place. I don't know if it's going to an upcoming agenda, if it's not, or what's going on with that, but it could be a matter of, months, could be longer. It may never go, but again, the whole point is we still rather have compliance than file a lawsuit.
okay. Thanks for your courtesy. Be safe and good luck. Okay, thank you. All right.
Mr. Hippler, I forgot to mention that item number 14 on the foreclosure list,
Yes.
case 6288, they actually are close to complying,
Oh, good.
so I would like to postpone that.
Okay, then I won't include Hanlex. Okay, but you got their attention, so that helps. So that's the purpose of these as well. The town is serious about. So 14 will be continued, postponed, whatever. So that won't be part of my the order that I'll be signing off on approving by the magistrate for the foreclosures. Okay, thank you.
Okay. And if you're ready, we'll proceed with
Sure.
the cases in the order they arrived.
Okay,
The first case is 7450. That's on section 10.1 on the agenda. Chief Code Compliance Officer Jocelyn Ramirez for the town of Pembroke Park. Case 7450, property owner Misa 1 LLC. Site address 3400 West Hallandale Beach Boulevard. A notice of hearing to extend time was sent by certified mail February 17, 23rd, posted to the property and town hall on March 3rd, 23rd. The property owner has been working diligently in correcting all the violations. They actually did correct the parking lot violations. They got a permit and blacktop and restriped. The only item missing is the sign, which they already have contractors giving proposals, to fix and repair the sign. So I'm gonna suggest 60 days for them to complete everything,
okay.
unless the respondent here wants to add more time. So I'll let him speak.
Okay, what's your name, please?
Aaron Moskowitz,
And how are you related to?
one of the owners.
Okay, go ahead, please, sir.
That's fine. 60 days are fine. He should be putting the permit in the next day or so. And,
Good.
hopefully it'll be done within 30 days, but 60 days is fine.
That way you'll have more time just in case, which,
He put it in, but there was a problem that they wanted
yeah,
a fee for both sides of a sign.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Thank you.
So rare, he's never heard of that, but Pembroke Park asked for it, so he had to take it back and resubmit it, so he said we should be putting it in the next days.
Okay, so it'll be within 60 days, and what's the daily fine after that?
250.
$250. Okay, you're making progress. If everyone was like you, they put me out of business here.
Been here 32 years, so
Yeah.
we try to keep it nice. We're on Allendale, so it's
Yeah.
main road and
Right. Okay, 60 days, I'll grant the extension, or 250 per day thereafter. Okay, just get it done. It sounds like you're gonna get it done.
yeah.
Yeah, if you could just hang around for a few minutes, you'll get a copy of what I just signed, all right? Thank you, good luck to you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
But take care, thank you. There you go, a new face. There you go.
The next case is 5807. That's section 7.6 on the,
Great, 7.6. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, Holly Ridge Apartments, are you here? Come on up. How are you? What is your name?
Peter Vey.
And how are you related to Hollywood? Go ahead.
I work for ELON Property Management, which owns and operates Holly Ridge Park.
Great. Okay. Thank you very much.
all right. Chief Code Officer Jocelyn Ramirez for the Town of Pembroke Park, case 5807, property owner Holly Ridge Apartments LLC, care of ELON Property Management. Site address 3215 Southwest 52nd Avenue, Pembroke Park, Florida. A notice of violation was handed and sent by regular mail on May 4th, 2021. Notice of formal hearing with a copy of the notice of violation was sent by certified mail February 8th, 23rd, posted to the property in Town Hall March 3rd, 23rd. The violation was paving and restriping parking lot without a permit. And they did put a permit after there was a violation, but they did not complete it, and the permit expired. And so now they might be able to reinstate it, or they'll have to start over.
Okay.
So they are working on it. I'm gonna suggest 60 days to comply. If not, 250 per diem with $100 admin fee.
Okay.
Okay.
Good more. What's up? Go ahead.
So I was hoping to tell you the job's done and final inspection is scheduled for today.
Yeah.
That didn't happen.
Oh, shucks. Okay.
yeah.
Whatever.
So
All right.
the original permit expired, like she said, and then when they had to, the contractor, had to reapply for a new permit, the job changed. They were, revisions had to be made. We had to add an additional 4 ADA parking spaces.
Okay.
So
All right.
revision, under review.
Okay.
So finally, we got it.
Yeah.
The permit was given to us on the 11th. The job was started yesterday. It would have been completed yesterday, but they didn't have the ADA signs.
Okay.
No parking.
Is 60 days enough time, do you think?
7 days is enough time.
Okay. We'll give you 60 days.
Thank you.
Okay. Unless you want 8 days. No.
No, I mean
60. 60 days? All right.
Whatever you want to give me is great, but it's going to be done hopefully like by Friday or Monday.
Okay. If for some reason it isn't, contact the code officer. She's very reasonable, rational. She works with people. Everybody does. So I'm going to go ahead, find there's substantial competent evidence for the city's position. You have 60 days in which to comply, or $250 per day thereafter, and $100 costs. No big deal. All right? If you could just hang around, and you'll get a copy of the order. Thank you. Good luck to you. Oh. There you go. Thank you.
Ms. Arelis Torres, just want to let you know we postponed your case. Oh, you did? Mm-hmm. It's okay. Feel better.
Yeah, get better. Absolutely, get better, man. Thank you. Good.
All right, the next case on section 9.4 on the agenda, case 5525. Chief Code Officer Jocelyn Ramirez for the town of Pembroke Park, case 5525, property owner Andre Marcoux, site address 2511 Southwest 48th Terrace, Pembroke Park, Florida. A notice of hearing to abate fine was sent by certified mail on February 27, 23rd, posted to the property and town hall March 3rd, 23rd. It is the town's motion to reduce the fine by 90%, and the fine that we're reducing is $28,000. So the reduction would be $2,890, and that includes the admin fee.
Okay. It is Andre Marco here? Marcous. Come on up. Don't be shy. You know, I don't bite. So come on. Not yet, anyway. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yes, my. You hear me?
Oh, yes, please. Yes.
My name is Andre Marcoux.
Yes. Marcoux. Okay. All right, sir.
2511 48th Street. Here, just in front.
Okay.
Well, I have some paper to read to follow the story, you know.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this. The fine accrued to $28,000. The city is reducing it to $2,890. Is that acceptable to you?
Would you say because I?
Yeah.
The price will be what's the price?
Well, the city graciously and fairly and reasonably reduces it. It's $28,000 is the total amount until there is compliance. Thank you. And they're reducing it to $2,890. That's 90% they're reducing it.
Yes, that will be correct.
Okay, is that acceptable to you?
Yes, because
How much time do you need to pay?
this week.
Okay, why are you emotional about this? I mean,
I can pay that this week, and I will be able to here to pay that to somebody.
yes, okay.
Okay.
Or you should be pleased that they're reducing it so much.
Yes.
All right, okay.
Where I would pay that today or with them.
Can
It would be tomorrow is best because we have to enter the orders in the system. Yes. 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 Okay.
Okay.
Do you know what form of payment you're doing? Check or? Okay. Yeah. Town of Pembroke Park. Yes. Yes.
Okay, that's correct.
Okay, so it'd be $2,890 within, you'll have 30 days, you do it tomorrow or this week or whatever.
Yes,
So,
that will be tomorrow, sure.
okay. Right, just keep in mind that if it isn't paid within 30 days, then it's going to revert back to 28,000.
I will be there.
So it's basically what I call a no-brainer, really. Okay. Oh, no, thank you for your courtesy and good luck to you, all right? Thank you. Take care of yourself. So abated to 2890. Okay.
Sir?
Yes.
One moment so you
Yeah.
can get a copy of this
Yeah.
document?
Yeah, thank you. Perfect. Yeah, there you go.
Sir.
Yeah, it's okay. Thank you.
Next case on section 8.2 on the agenda. Chief Code Officer Jocelyn Ramirez for the town of Pembroke Park. Case 4798. Property owner Magali Campos Licea. Site address 111 Lone Pine Lane, Pembroke Park, Florida. A notice of hearing to confirm fine was sent by certified mail February 23rd, posted to the
Thank
property
you.
and town hall March 3rd, 23rd. It is the town's motion to confirm a fine of $33,650.
Yes. Okay, what is your name, please?
My English is no good. I'm trying to explain in
Okay.
Spanish.
Well,
Somebody translate.
but your name for,
Yes. My name is Azul Suarez, and I represent my mom, Magali Campos.
okay.
Warner or Nosley, would you be able to translate for her?
Translate. I will translate.
Yeah.
Werner will translate.
Okay, so just you're explaining to the magistrate what's your position?
Oh, okay. My problem with the alert o sea, se me ha alargado el tiempo para hacerlo porque mi mamá, nosotros compramos ese mobile home como segunda casa para poder venir a cada rato.
They bought this property as a second home so they can come from time to time.
Pero ella
Visit.
vive en Las Vegas,
But
Nevada.
her mom lived in Las Vegas. She bought it with her mom.
Okay. El problema ha sido en que yo he tenido que ir a cuidarla allá a Las Vegas y me he demorado muchísimo en regresar. He estado un año, vengo, estoy una semana, después me voy 6 meses a cuidarla porque ella padece de operaciones en la rodilla, le han tenido que operar la rodilla.
The problem has been that she has been traveling. Your name? I'm sorry. Your name? Tu nombre? Azul has been traveling back and forth because her mom has health problem with her knees, and she has stayed for long periods of time to take care of her mother.
Ese ha sido el problema por el que no he venido a continuar porque ya yo empecé los permisos, ya empecé y pude legalizar una de las cosas que me habían pedido, pero me ha sido muy difícil
poder venir aquí a Miami a cuidarla. Entonces ahora lo que hice fue que dejé a mi esposo allá cuidándola y vine para estar el tiempo que sea necesario para aclarar esto de una vez porque realmente son cosas menores.
Okay, as explained before, the mother's health has been the issue, and that has kept her from coming to take care of this situation. So as a solution, she left her mother in the care of her husband, and so now she's back. She's down here. She's back here to take care of this situation.
Y puedan entonces podamos resolver esto. Y lo que necesito es que vayan ahí a revisar, a inspeccionar lo que necesitan inspeccionar o lo que tengan que hacer. Voy a estar aquí hasta que logre resolver esto.
Okay, so she is requesting that someone goes over to the property to do the inspection once again, so she knows what needs to be taken care of.
Okay, that, that will be up to, are you willing to do that? Because it's grown to like $33,650 and,
Werner, if you could explain to her that what's left to comply with is that she needs permits for the camera system and the shed on the property.
The what, I'm sorry, the first one?
Shed.
Ok, tiene que, entonces lo que se explica a Jocelyn es que lo que tiene que arreglar es la caseta cuando ponen utensilios y cosas así, equipo. The shed and what else?
She needs a permit for the shed and the camera system.
Necesita un permiso para el shed, para la caseta esa, and for the what else?
Camera system.
The
Camera system.
Ok, y para las cámaras que estén instaladas.
Esa cámara no, o sea, adentro del shed no hay electricidad y está puesta ahí sin estar conectada a ningún lado. ¿Para qué? Para que las personas crean que hay alguien ahí y no se me metan en la casa cuando no está.
Okay, so the lady is explaining that the camera they had installed on the shed doesn't really have any function. It's not connected to anything. It's just a way to warn people, to make people believe that they have a camera set up to record
Pueden
what's
chequear
going on around.
perfectamente cuando vayan a inspeccionar que no hay electricidad ni nada dentro del shed. O sea,
Okay.
es imposible que no está
So the
conectado.
lady explains that you can send anyone to inspect and to corroborate that that camera is not working, is not set up to work and do any recording.
oh, thank you.
Okay, I will go in and inspect and verify.
Okay, so la inspectora Jocelyn va a ir a inspeccionar y verificar que esa cámara no está conectada.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to go ahead. Anything else from anyone? No.
¿Algo más que desee decir?
No, solo eso.
That's it, no more
Yeah.
to add.
Obviously, your Spanish is outstanding, A+, but try to practice more English and you'll
Yeah,
get better.
I speak a little English, but
I know.
when I need to explain something that
Yeah.
specifically, I can.
Right.
I am very nervous, so.
But you're doing fine, so that's good. So it's great to know two languages, which is great. Okay, I'm going to confirm the fine, $33,650, and you'll just have to comply, or it's going to continue to accrue at the $50 a day.
El magistrado va a confirmar la multa que es de $33,000 y otra cantidad, pero que si usted hace los trabajos que deben hacer, if she complies,
Yes.
what would be that reduced to? I'm sorry.
Well, we don't know. Once there's compliance there's a shed on there, I think.
It's a shed with a camera installed.
Okay, once there's compliance, then you'll have to come back for what's called a mitigation or reduction. And
Okay.
there's no, it can be 50% reduced, it can be 90%, 80%, it's up to the city. But you need to get it taken care of or it's going to continue to grow.
Tiene que cumplir con los requisitos que se le solicitan y entonces pasaría a un proceso que se llama mitigación en donde la ciudad decidiría qué por ciento de la multa se le puede reducir.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah, that's fine. All right. And your English, from what I've heard, it's still good.
Thank you.
Congratulate. Okay. All right. You know what to do. Great. Thank you. And thanks to the translator for helping us out, of course. Thank you. Good luck to you, ma'am. And your mom also. Sure. Thank you.
Next case on section 9.5 of the agenda.
Yo, what was that again? I apologize.
9.5.
9.5. Great. Okay.
Chief Code Officer Jocelyn Ramirez for the town of Pembroke Park. Case 5604, property owner Pierre and Edith Philippe. Site address 5501 Southwest 33rd Street, Pembroke Park, Florida. A notice of hearing to abate fine was sent February 27, 23rd. Posted to the property and town hall March 3rd, 23rd. It is the town's motion to abate the fine of $25,950 and reduce it to $2,685, and that includes the admin fee.
Okay. 9.5. Felipe, Pierre, and Edith. Yes. What is your name, please, sir?
Yeah, Philip.
And okay, you own the property, right?
Yes.
Okay. What's up?
Okay, I have a couple issues, and you know, it's a little bit.
Okay. A little louder. Can you try?
Okay, a rental property, and you know, the inspector come tell me what to do. I do it, but the problem is my tenant. They comply with me to do the thing on time. That's why.
Okay, sir. There's been compliance.
But finally, we got everything done.
Okay, great. Okay, the city wants to reduce it to $2,685. Is that acceptable to you?
Yes.
Okay. How much time do you need?
I could pay today with my credit card.
Okay. Does the town take credit cards, or do they also add 2 or 3%?
Right, with credit cards is a 3%.
Okay. All right. They take credit cards. If you can save yourself the 3.
Yeah. Yeah, if you pay check, you don't get charged the tech fee. Yeah. So as I mentioned before, we're not taking payments today because we still have to process the documentation and put it in the system. So it's best to make the payments tomorrow. Okay.
Okay, it's $2,685. Great. Okay, I'm gonna grant the order of abatement to $2,685 payable within 30 days.
When I come, address you.
Yes.
If you want, I could do the check.
Yeah, you can give it to Nasli and she'll hold it for you.
Great, thank you. Getting your exercise.
Okay.
Okay, good luck to you, sir. Sure.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. You're welcome. Next case on section 7.7, case 5867.
Sorry, 5867?
Mm-hmm. Chief Code Officer Jocelyn Ramirez for the town of Pembroke Park. Case 5867. Property owner Southern Reinforcing Steel Co. Inc.
Cards,
Site address 1867 Southwest
whatever's
31st
easy
Avenue.
for you.
A notice violation was sent by regular mail on May 26, 2021. A notice of formal hearing with a copy of the notice violation was sent by certified mail on February 9, 23rd, posted to the property on March 7, 23rd, and town hall on March 3rd, 23rd. The violations were for operating without a business tax. The tenants have complied with this. They have obtained their BTR. The next item is installation of a new door and window without a building permit. It has been confirmed that the window frame has not been changed. But as far as the door goes, per the building official, he does require a permit because he says that they had changed the door initially, and they changed the hinges. So, and now they put they replaced the door again, trying to fix the issue, but again, the building official does require a permit for it.
Okay.
So it's my recommendation to give them 60 days, if not a $250 per diem with a $100 admin fee.
Okay. What is your name, ma'am? Okay, and how are you related to Southern Reinforcing Steel Company?
This company is not existing anymore because I'm a new tenant since 2019. The Elsevier company, the owner of this building,
Yes.
and I rented since 2019. And when I moved in, the windows, like I explained to you previously, that they already built. I don't have any like issues with the windows because when I moved in, it was already there. My company is Alpha.
Yep. Okay, let me, who, if you can quickly, is Southern Reinforcing, are they the owner of record now, or?
Yes.
Okay, all right, so,
This is the tenant.
right, that's what I thought. So you may be liable, but the owner of the property is primarily liable. So you need to somebody needs to comply and get this taken care of. All right, that's the bottom line. So,
Because the door, like I explained, we never touched the frame. We just like changed the door. Just remove one and put another one. And my husband, he just
Excuse me,
fixed.
I
He can explain.
I have a picture right now. I have a door.
Sir, sir, if you don't mind, can you please state your name?
My name is Igor Tutunian. I'm like husband for this lady.
Thank you.
okay.
I explained to you, my door have a frame, have a jam door frame. I can't change it like frame. Just remove like door, remove like 24 screw, install the like another my door. I have a picture right now. This is cover the molding in a glue all around. I packed it, cover the panel. Can't touch the door, can't touch the remove the like concrete, everything. Just remove the door screw, take the like door, install my door plus decoration. I remove this piece. I have a picture for like for my door. This is my door. Right now, I send the like I have a picture for my phone in my wife. I just covered everything because all building painted,
Go down.
not scratch, no nothing. I just remove the molding, install the door. This is door original. I take the permit for what? Window, one window front, one window back side, because corner building. Install the owner. I rented almost on the window. The landlord sent me, okay, you take the permit for the door. I said, I can touch the door. You take the permit, you cover my window. I said, no, I can't do it because I can remove the door, this door, right now the door. I removed the like picture for this molding and cover the panel because I can't touch it. I take the permit for what? Okay, I spoke to like a contractor, general contractor, come and said what kind of permit for screw, for tell me what you need.
And
Okay.
the driver told that we don't need a permit to change the door. And we now have these issues.
I changed the door again. I buy the permit, I change the like hinges in frame, decoration.
Okay, Mr. Hipler?
Sure.
May I ask a question?
Yeah.
So, sir, this is the exterior door, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Right, and the exterior window. Right. Well, okay. Well,
yeah, it's just for the door.
okay, just for the door. So the exterior door, and as far as who said you didn't need a permit? Who told you that?
what you said,
No, you said you spoke to somebody who said you don't need a permit. Who did you speak to?
yes,
Who-
no, it's like I spoke to management, I talked to
Okay.
contractor, I can close the door.
Right.
I just put like decoration, can touch
Right.
the door,
Thank you.
close the door.
Thank you, Mr. Magistrate. When you have the replacement of an exterior door, then as far as making sure it meets current building codes, as far as hurricane wind resistance, that it's installed correctly, you do need a permit when you change out a door. If you need to, the respondent should contact the town's building department.
I understand.
Okay, and then the building department can tell you exactly what you would need to do as far as the permitting, if it's required, if it's not required. It has to open a certain way. There needs to be certain, it needs to be a certain width. It needs to be everything else. So just changing the hinges again, you're saying it doesn't. What needs to come from the building department when you touch an exterior door, it has to meet current code, including the hinges and everything else. So respectfully, given the questions, we'd ask that you find the violation, understanding that they're trying to comply and give the appropriate time as necessary.
No, sir, I understand this, I understand because I can change the door. I just make it whole, change like panel, remove the screw, remove the panel, leave my frame. Can't touch a frame. I can make it like for coat everything because if they need it like no structure, no use the like concrete cement, no look like anchor bolt, just like this is frame. I put it like in a glue, special glue, contractor glue, put the molding cover, change the panel, that's it, can remove the door. This put the door back is like spend the time half hour, use the screw, install the door, you have a door, just change the lock to lock. I change it to lock, that's it. This is for lock, you don't need it permit, sir. I have a picture.
Okay, Jacqueline, does he need a permit for this?
Yes.
Okay,
Because
all right.
I consulted with the building official.
Okay.
And I sent him the email where he said yes, they require a permit.
Okay, here's the thing. You said you talked to management. Management is not the town of Pembroke Park. So you're going to need to get a permit. Okay. Okay, how long do you need? How long do you? I mean, this doesn't sound like it will be that difficult to take care of, but you still need a permit for what the acting city attorney is correct for, the possibility of hurricane winds, among other things, inclement weather, and you can't just do this without getting a permit. So you'll need to contact the building department as well, and you'll need to apply for a permit to get it taken care of.
For what permit? I can
Okay,
change door.
the building department will tell you for what, okay? So you need to contact the building department and the code officer, okay? I don't get into the intricacies and the screws or what size they should be. They're gonna need to okay what's been done or what needs to be done, but you need a permit to take care of that, okay? So how long, you'd recommended, 60 days? Is that, I don't know why that would not be enough time, and if they need more time, they can come back. So, anything else? Okay, all right,
No window, like I'm paying for my, for like the door, who is like,
It's just a door. It's just a door.
the door, yeah?
Just a door.
Now the question is last question. I currently build the apartment, I had question. I can change the door. You need like, this is the same door, like, used long time ago, like built it, maybe like 100-year building. All door the same. No sticker, hurricane proof, no nothing for the door. This is the same door. I can change the door. My question, how this about me?
This is the issue that comes. I don't know if it was you or the previous tenant, but that's the issue that
Okay.
begins when somebody touches a door and you change it and you don't do it with the permitting process. You might lose the sticker. You might need a new door now.
I understand,
So-
not new door, because I changed the lock for
Well,
one
if you don't have the NOA acceptance and etc., you might need to get a new door if you don't have that information. Because I know that the building department requires it.
Okay, Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, I'm gonna find there's substantial competent evidence. You'll have 60 days in which to comply, or $250 per day thereafter. See. Sure.
67, 68. Next case is on section 12, the foreclosure list, item number 18. Ms. McNeil Wilson, you may come forward.
Your name, please, sir. How are you?
Yeah, I'm okay. McNeil Wilson.
A little louder and closer to the.
Yeah, McNeil Wilson.
Is that mic on or not? Because it doesn't sound like that it is. It may be, and I'm not hard of hearing yet. At least I don't think, anyway. But yeah, okay. Thank you. Okay.
Neil Wilson.
Yes. Go ahead.
Neil Wilson, and the address is 5511 Southwest 32nd Court.
Okay. Let me ask the city how many things have been complied or remedied, if you happen to know, or has there been nothing done?
Not that I'm aware of. I know that this is a case that was former Eric Richwagon.
Yes.
So I haven't had any contact with the. Are you the owner?
Yes.
With the owner per se, but I'm gonna let him speak. Have you corrected any of the violations?
Yes, everything is finished.
Okay. Did you ever call for a reinspection?
Yes.
And what happened?
They sent out an inspector, and okay, it's two different places. You have the fence and you have the driveway.
Mm-hmm.
I already finished the driveway, and the inspector passed it already. And I finished the fence, and they're supposed to.
When did you finish the driveway?
That's like about 3 weeks ago.
Okay. So 3 weeks ago, in the previous code officer was not here, Eric Richwagon. So who did you speak to when everything was completed?
Eric.
He wasn't here 3 weeks ago. He's no longer here. So that's why I need to know who you spoke with regarding your case, having it marked in compliance.
Well, he's the one I spoke to, unless it's maybe about 4 weeks, but I spoke to him and everything take care of. And there was supposed to be a final inspection today on the fence.
Okay, so everything is not complete. You're saying today the inspection is going to be?
Inspection for the fence.
Okay, so everything is not complete because it's not complete until you pass those inspections.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so once you're complete, then you can call me and I can come out and see your property. And here's my card. All right.
Well, if everything's complete, then it should be completed or it should be approved. But the city needs to come out with its code officers, confirm all that. All right. So, do you want me to keep this on with the foreclosures, or? I mean, it's a driveway.
Yeah, I mean, if
and a fence.
we'll keep it on the list.
Yeah.
As I don't know if you heard me before. It's just for formality. We're bringing it to magistrate to approve the list, but I still have to bring it in front of the town commission for final approval. So you have time in between to just close your case out. Maybe move it forward to mitigation because you do have a fine that accrued. So you have to take care of that fine based on the final order you received. Are you aware of all of this? Okay, so tomorrow you and I can go over your case and I'll give you all the information you need pertaining to that case. The fines and where we're at with compliance, etc.
So you said Eric is not here no more?
No, he's not here.
Okay, who's supposed to come out today?
The inspector, someone's
The-
supposed to come out to inspect the fence.
It would be from the building department.
I got you.
inspector from
Okay,
the building.
not, I got, okay, I'm gonna leave it on the, foreclosures. If in fact what you're saying is correct, you're still gonna need to come back for, abatement or reduction after the fact, but I'm gonna leave it on because I think that's really my role here is to approve it. And, for the people who wanna comply and pay off the fines and their liens, that's great. Then there won't be a foreclosure, but if it continues on like that, there could be. So you need to stay on top of things as well, all right? And the code officer graciously is gonna meet with you tomorrow or whenever. That's pretty quick service. So you need to thank her for doing that to make sure there's compliance here and see what happens, all right? Okay,
All right, no problem.
thank you.
Yeah, or we'll talk on your phone, whatever is convenient. Okay?
All right, good luck to you. Thank you.
Mr. Kevin, you have a case here, 7194, but I don't see a case. I believe so. Are you here for the 2 case for Trinity? Okay.
How are you?
I'm sorry. We had somebody check in before you. So you may have a seat momentarily and we'll call you back up. Okay, the next case is on section 9.2 of the agenda. That's case 5020. Chief Code Officer Jocelyn Ramirez for the Town of Pembroke Park, case 5020, property owner Alex Pierre Lewis. Site address 5500 Southwest 32nd Street, Unit 1 and 2, Pembroke Park, Florida. A notice of hearing to abate fine was sent out on March 1st, 2023, posted to the Property and Town Hall on March 3rd, 2023. It is the town's motion to abate the fine of $18,900 and reduce it by 90%, so the total amount will be $1,980.
Okay, this is 9.2, so the Pierre Luis Alex.
Yes.
Okay, great. Come on up. What is your name, please?
Alex Pierre Lewis, 5500
Okay.
Southwest 32nd.
I got your name in reverse. My apologies. That's okay. All right. The town is recommending that it be reduced from 18,900 to $1,980. Okay. Is that acceptable to you?
I am very extremely grateful for the town
Yeah.
offering that. I actually have been here on another case, which I had a lot of fines. I thought all my cases were closed out. I wrote the city a check for around $4,000, but to my knowledge, I had closed all everything with the city. I was not aware of this case until Officer Jocelyn gave me the information. I have been levied by the IRS, and they literally took every dollar out of my bank account. I have documentation from the IRS. I have also, prior to that, I was a victim of identity theft and fraud. So I'm asking, I want to comply. This case has been closed, and this is over 16-foot of fence. So the work, handyman work, and the contractor work is actually less than this $1,900 to actually do, which is what it stemmed from. I now understand all the rules of Town of Pembroke Park. If I have an issue, I call off Officer Jocelyn. I'm doing my best to comply, and it was trying to enhance the city is how I got into this mess. So I'm asking if the city could reduce it even lower. I will comply.
Well, what's the figure that you have in mind?
Can we do 198?
No, I can't do that. Did he actually, was there a $4,000 payment that he made?
Yes.
Okay. This has to do with a fence.
And the fence is 16 feet of fence. It's
Okay.
not like a whole fence or anything.
And he had to demo it. He had to get a demo permit.
Okay. Do you have any children?
Yes, I have a daughter.
Okay. And what do you do for a living?
I was running a marketing company, but since COVID, it's been going downhill like crazy.
Okay. I mean, I'm not going to reduce it that low. I can't really in good faith. And I mean, I have some discretion.
I have a levy from the IRS. They
No.
literally
I
took
know.
everything out of my account, and I have documentation from them.
Okay. But what's the car that you drive?
A 1999 Ford Expedition. It's worth $4,500. It's a work truck.
But you're working now?
Well, like I said, my business has went down, so I'm trying to find. I was doing marketing, but events aren't. I'm still not back up and running.
Well, when the IRS levies,
They levied
taxes-
from 2008 and 2009
Yeah.
tax issues that I had from back then that I was not knowledgeable how to rectify.
Yeah. I know, but when you don't pay the IRS taxes, that's what happens. So.
And
Okay.
like I said, I want to comply. I have been in compliance for everything. I thought this case was closed out when I came last time, paid a fine, came in front of the magistrate. I didn't know I still had to deal with this fence issue. I had other fines, other citations, other things to take care of. I've done my best to keep this property in spectacular order. You look at that block, I have the nicest house in the block now, and I can't, but that's where all my money went. I don't have anything left right now.
Okay, is this where you live?
I'm there part-time, yes.
Okay, but is it where you live?
I'm there part-time, so I'm between there and my mom's house.
Oh, okay, all right. Is this? Do you know if it's homestead property? I mean, just because he's at his mom's home.
No, I don't know, but I can check.
Yeah. Okay.
It's not homestead.
Okay, it's not homestead.
Oh, another thing, I have a lien on another property that the IRS put. So I'm just financially in a bad space right now. And I'm
Yeah.
grateful for this.
Yeah.
And when I was issued the last, I was able to come up with payments and put some on credit card and made the payment. But now today it's a total different financial situation.
All right, what I'm inclined to do, I don't, the IRS is the IRS, and they certainly, first thing I do when I draw my own salary is pay the IRS their withholding. I don't mess around with them, and I don't think anybody should. So, just I'm gonna lower it to 1280. All right, I'm giving you even a further break. He has paid 4,000 for the others, but still, this is a violation that shouldn't have occurred. So I'm going to go with 1280. The $80 is the satisfaction of the lien, I assume. Or do I have that?
No, there was no lien.
Okay, so you came up. Oh, I see. Just 1980, and there was no cost for any satisfaction or release of lien. Okay. Okay, it's your lucky day. I'm going to make it 1,200 even. All right.
Thank you.
And how much?
How long do I have to pay that?
30 days.
Is there a way to push it to 60 days?
Any objection to 60 days?
All right. Thank you.
And I assume everything he said about that the property now looks good and all the others. Okay, that's good. All right. So 1,200 even, 60 days. All right.
Thank you.
Sure. You need to hang around. I'll do the order, and if you'd be kind enough to do that. God, it's so nice and quiet now.
Next case on section 7.5.
Yeah.
Case by 772. Chief Code Officer Jocelyn Ramirez for the town of Pembroke Park. Case by 772. Property owner Trinity Broadcasting of Florida Inc. Site address 3300 Pembroke Road, Lot 122, Pembroke Park, Florida. A notice violation was handed and sent by regular mail on April 28, 2021. A notice formal hearing with a copy of the notice violation was sent by certified mail on February 8, 23rd, posted to the property and town hall March 3rd, 23rd. This is also considered a repeat violation referencing case 6941. The violations was a stop work order. Mr. Electric Contractors started trenching without a permit, and they were installing electrical.
Yeah.
They have to obtain a
Prior
permit and
abatement
inspections, and that has not been done.
Provided to me, or did I?
So my recommendation is
That's
60
this
days, if not a 250 per diem and a $100 admin fee.
Hi, how are you, sir? What is your name?
My name is Kevin Marable,
And you're here,
representing Trinity Broadcasting.
okay, all right, what's up?
I'm good with whatever Jocelyn says I need to do to fix that. This is a tenant that was there before.
Right.
I've been working at the property for a year, so I think this is in 2021. Well, whatever needs to be done to fix it, I'll do it.
Okay, and let me do this one, and I'll do the abatement, I'll fill that, and I haven't finished it yet, just a second. Okay, and what did the city recommend here?
60 days, if not a 250 per
Okay.
diem.
Within 60 days. Great, okay, you're okay with it, you know?
And
All
then
right,
we have
there's-
one more case.
Yeah, based on the testimony, evidence, compliance officer, substantial competent evidence support the city's position, you'll have 60 days in which to comply, or $250 per day thereafter. Thank you.
All right. Nasli says she needs a moment, so.
Okay.
Next case is on section 7.8, case 6145. Chief Code Officer Jocelyn Ramirez for the town of Pembroke Park, case 6145. Property owner Trinity Broadcasting of Florida Inc. Tenant Robert St. Jean. Site address 3200 Pembroke Road, lot 842, Pembroke Park, Florida. A notice of violation was sent by regular mail on August 16, 2021. A notice of formal hearing with a copy of the notice of violation was sent by certified mail February 17, 23rd, posted to the property in Town Hall March 3rd, 23rd. The violations were for new wooden deck built without a permit, verification of AC unit to see the serial number to see if it had a permit. Item number 3, pergola was installed without a permit. At this time, the park was going through eviction because they were no longer an RV park. And so the tenant has removed everything. And I spoke to Attorney Brian Sherman about it.
Sure.
Normally we ask for an after the fact permit, even though it's an empty lot right now. But I don't know if you would like to chime in on this case.
Sure. It's my understanding, and sir, if you could confirm that, well, we would know that the underlying violation was there was an RV and there was a porch as well with an AC unit, all attached to the outside. Is that correct? To the RV.
This was
Can you check?
Yes.
Can you
Yeah.
show the pictures?
So, and then at this present time, the lot is completely empty, correct?
Section 7.8.
So normally what we would do is confirm all that. But also we want to make sure that the lot is safe. The fact that there was nothing into the ground. Can you confirm that at least the porch and the AC were all, I guess, above surface level? Nothing was actually in the ground?
It was on the,
So right now it's a blank lot.
yeah, it's just a flat lot.
So at this point, again, it's because of normally you would need a demolition permit, but again, everything in the RV itself has all been removed. So if it's a blank lot, then what's to inspect? So at this point, understanding that our main goal is compliance, our main goal is also the safety of that particular ground, that there's nothing, subsurface. Can you confirm that there is nothing subsurface?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So then as the
Have anchors.
This is the photos what before the violation. I mean, when the violation existed. If you can continue, Nasli.
Looks a lot better there than before. The last
Keep going,
Mhm.
please. That's the paragola.
right, we have current pictures of the property. There's the
Wooden deck.
That's the deck.
And that's what it's currently.
God, it was nuked. There you go.
So
Okay.
As far as the compliance date, again, I'm not sure there's something that they could even pull a permit for.
Right. No, I think it's over. Okay. It's over. All right. Okay, good. All right. So the case, what do you want to dismiss it, or what, or there was a final order entered, but there's been compliance.
No,
and-
there's no. Well, we haven't entered a final order yet.
Oh, okay. All right.
So, I mean,
the compliance did technically come after the compliance date. So correct?
I'm sorry.
When was the actual compliance date set by the town?
I think with their
It was back in 2021, so it would have been like 30 days from August 16. So I'm
Okay,
gonna say September 16, 2021.
At this particular point, as far as what is the overall? May I ask a question?
Sure. No, please. Of course, please.
What is So now that at least the lot is empty, what is the next step for the property? What's your intention?
Well, we're gonna remove all the rest of the trailers that are there, the RVs, and we're not sure yet what exactly is gonna be developed on the land, but we're planning on demoing the community center and the 2 bathrooms on the east side, but we have future plans. And I mean, nothing has been approved yet, so we're not sure exactly what we're gonna develop there.
What I would suggest, Mr. Hepler, if we could, is at least find that the violation did occur, was complied after the compliance date.
Right.
We'd have a final order finding violation. There would be the administrative fee would be assessed. The reason why is given the situation here, but also if it happens again, then it's going to go right into a repeat violation. So it'll be a much higher fine, possibility of up to $500 per day from the date of the notice. What you would need to do is, if you're going to rip up that slab or any other demolition, is make sure that you come to the town to get a demolition permit to make sure that all future demolitions are done according to the permit, and everything else is taken out according to code.
Yes, sir. No, that was done by the tenant.
Right. Well, in this situation, yes, we understand that we agree and understand that everything, which is again part of the complexity of at least this particular case, is everything was done by the tenant. But we just want to make sure that anything that you do or anything that you do after the fact, as far as even if tenants leave, and you might even be able to get a master permit for everything, in order to do it, or when you redevelop it or anything else. So this is kind of, I guess, a halfway understanding. So I think what the administrative fee is
$100.
$100. So, but any future violations can come with a much higher fine. So going forward, please make sure that any demolition, whether it be by a tenant or by you and your company, is properly permitted. Again, just to ensure the safety of everyone, the health, safety, welfare in the community.
Okay, so there was compliance after the compliance date. Okay.
We fully recognize at least what's going on. It was all done by the tenant, and again,
Right,
everything.
exactly.
As far as being clear, as far as the statutes are concerned, everything was attached to the actual unit. So.
Yes.
But that's what we're trying to at least come to an agreed resolution. Is that are you in agreement with this outcome?
Yes, sir.
So understanding some of the statutes and understanding some of the complexities here, this is an agreed resolution.
Thank you.
Okay. What I'm gonna do is there's no per diem. It's only $100, and I'm gonna put that respondent shall comply, and this is within asterisk compliance occurred after compliance date, with an asterisk, no per diem, and I'm gonna put agreed order on here. Agreed final order. Okay. All right, and I don't think you, if you want to do it over again, I'll re-sign it, but I don't think you really need to do it. I just said, I mean, he's already, there's been compliance that was caused by the, not the park, but the mobile home or RV owner or whoever it was there. So compliance occurred after compliance date. So no per diem. But it's a violation. If it happens again, they can be up to $500 per day rather than $250. But that's not what this is now. Okay, there's no per diem here, all right? Okay, I have the asterisk here, so. There you go.
Is this something that we need to correct after?
You can if you want, although I handwrite changes, not all the time, but I do them, and
Okay.
if you want to do it, fine.
Is it legible?
That's a good question. My handwriting is, it says, yeah, compliance occurred after compliance date. You won't hurt my ego or anything. Is that legible? Maybe.
¿Lo puedes leer?
Sí.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, she says yes. All right. There you go. Compliance occurred after compliance date. Okay. All right. And then I don't think you need to. And I'll initial everything on this side.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. I put agreed on the outside as well. Thank you.
Okay.
All right. Good luck to you, sir. Yeah.
You're welcome. Ms. Wooders, I see you put case 5072. Which case is that on the agenda? That's not in the agenda. Oh, the $100 admin fee? You can leave it with Nasli. Okay. We do have a case here. It's regarding your tenant, American Electric. I don't know if you. I don't know if you want. That's up to you. I'm letting you know.
So we're in the process of fixing all that stuff. I guess we got to pull permits and all that, but most of the stuff.
So you want to stay for the case?
Hello.
Hi.
Iris Wooders.
I'll present the case. Yeah. And are you related in? Never mind. I'm gonna say. All right. So let me get the case. All right, the next case on section 7.11 on the agenda. Okay. Chief Code Officer Jocelyn Ramirez for the Town of Pembroke Park, case 8288, property owner Pembroke Crown LLC, site address 2649 South Park Lane, Pembroke Park, Florida. A notice of violation with a copy of the notice of form of hearing was sent March 3rd, 23rd, certified mail, posted to the property and town hall March 3rd, 23rd. This is a repeat violation referencing case 4934 and 4935. The violations are for operating without a business tax receipt or certificate of use, installation of mezzanine without a permit, installation of racks without a permit, outdoor storage at premise, remove items for sale and store inside warehouse. Item number 5, permanent window sign prohibited. Item number 6, electrical work done without a permit. It is my recommendation, because of the extent of these violations, to give them 60 days, if not a $250 per diem, with an admin fee of $100.
Okay. All right, and your name, ma'am?
Hi, good morning. Iris Wooters. I am the manager for Pembroke Crown.
Okay, what's up? Go ahead.
Well, we are in the process of getting everything up to code. We already had architects out there doing the measurements. The for sale sign and that stuff, that was a momentary thing. I think he just comes out once, he does his little cleaning, and he puts everything back inside. There's something outside.
Okay.
That was, I must have caught him on one of his inventory days where he takes stuff out.
But it can't be out at all. So does he have a zone for that? Like, so where usually where there's like an unload, he probably could do it in that zone, but not use his parking space or anything else for that. Unless he has a zone for that.
And the signage, could he make it smaller, or it can't be on the window?
He can make it smaller, but it can't be permanent.
Yeah, I think
It can be temporary. So we have ordinance that says there's temporary window signs. You can put it there, not covering the entire window, only 25% of the window.
But what do you mean? So you have to take it off every day or something? You can't just leave it on there?
Right.
Unless he gets a signage permit.
Unless he gets a permanent sign, but then he'll have to go to the permitting process.
So yeah, there's no outdoor storage.
Okay.
At all. He is applying for his BTR. And everything else is once we get the permit to legalize the racks and whatever electrical. He said that he hasn't done any electrical work there, so I'm not sure how we're gonna go about that. He hasn't installed anything.
Was it someone else?
No.
Okay.
So I guess once we do put in the permit for the racks and whatever else that we need to legalize, we'll have to get electrical too.
Okay.
Just to know what is there.
Remember, you have a whole heap of things to do.
Nothing.
Okay, all right.
Other projects.
Okay, but get it done. I mean, I know you just need to get it done.
Is 60 days sufficient time?
Yeah, well, if they could get more, I would take it, so I'm not gonna argue it.
But you said that this is easy, so.
No, I'm just saying, it's not something I'm not unfamiliar with.
Okay.
It does take time, I'm not gonna lie, because submitting plans and getting it approved is actually the longest part.
You want to just leave it at 60, and if she needs to come back, or you want to give her 90, No, well, I'll let Jocelyn.
Are you asking for the 90 days? Okay. So let's change it to 90. As she says that it does take time for the plan
Yeah.
approvals.
But the process is being started with. And I guess most of this other stuff will be just taken out, like the storage and keep on original plan is out there. They'll sign anything afterwards.
Okay.
Window and let him know he can't clean outside his parking lot. So would you have to like get a permit for him to make a little zoning?
Usually you do that when you have paving and striping, you do the zone. So normally they do it by the garage door.
Okay.
That's where you would do it.
Okay.
But yeah, as long as he's doing it there, you know, taking his inventory.
So it's possible. I think we can put it in for it. Okay.
All right. Okay, I've listened to the evidence. There's substantial competent evidence to support the city's position. You'll have 90 days of which to comply, or $250 per day thereafter. Time runs quickly, as we all know. Then get it taken care of, please. Okay?
Thank you.
Good luck to you. Thank you.
Yeah, Nancy, if you can hold the check. Iris, there's one more case for Pembroke Crown.
Okay. You're not going that easily.
I wasn't even planning on doing this. I was told you told me on my way to Dunkin' Donuts. I was like, okay, I guess I'm going to the town. Not just like this, everybody was coming here. Yes. Yes.
Sure.
That's section 7.2. I'm sorry? I can't give that. That's why I said payments can be made tomorrow. Yeah. No problem.
Oh, okay. Number Crown 3?
Yes.
That one?
Yeah. Yeah, what number is this?
You're too familiar with this.
Oh, no, like 7 point.
Section 7.2, case 5534.
7.2, there you go.
Chief Code Officer Jocelyn Ramirez for the town of Pembroke Park. Case 5534. Property owner Pembroke Crown 3 LLC.
Thank you, perfect.
Site address 2533 through 2575 South Park Road, Pembroke Park, Florida. A notice of violation was sent by regular mail on March 1st, 2021. Notice formal hearing with a copy of the notice violation was sent by certified mail on February 8th, 23rd. Posted to the property in Town Hall March 3rd, 23rd. The violations were for demolition of Stratton sign without a permit. Item number 2, exterior concrete renovations done without a permit. Item number 3, demolition of overhang canopy removed without a permit. At this current time, I have no record of a permit. I have requested that information, but have not received it. Because of the extent of the violations, I'm going to make a recommendation to give them 90 days since we
Okay.
gave the last case. And if not, a $250 per diem with a $100 admin fee.
Iris Wooters again?
Yeah, with your name, just for the record again.
Iris Wooters,
And you're here.
manager of Pembroke Crown 3.
Okay, all right, you understand these are more violations. All right, and you need to comply within 90 days. All right, I'm just assuming it'll be 90 days because
Right.
to be consistent.
We did have a permit for the awning. This was permit
111-078, that's the,
Right, that's for the awnings.
yeah.
But the permits that we're looking for is the demolitions of the signs, the concrete restoration.
It was the same. They just didn't put, yeah, we just didn't put the, but, I think I have an email with Michael Miller and he shows the Stratton sign and we were painting off of.
Thank you.
We did both signs for that. And also the signage. And when we did the awnings, it was also on those.
All right, so if we can get together and you can show me that documentation, because I don't see it in the building department.
Yeah, but you see the permit for the awnings.
Yes, I've seen that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
But that doesn't include concrete and restoration. I don't see any mention of this of the demolition of the sign.
It says the demo, actually, on the application, it does.
It says demo of the awnings.
Yeah, that was the goal.
And in general,
So we'll get together and we'll look at it. I'm giving 90 days. The magistrate is
Right.
in agreement.
Yeah. Okay. I've listened to the evidence and.
yeah, it's just showing the permit. I mean, that's
Okay, ma'am, we've gone through that. Okay, you'll meet with her, Jocelyn, and you'll take care of it. And then that way, there's substantial competent evidence. You have 90 days in which to comply, or $250 per day thereafter. It's in all the cases, whether mentioned or not, it's a $100 cost fee.
okay. We're done. I'm gonna sit with Jocelyn and we'll go over it.
All right? All right, good luck to you, Bab.
Sorry to surprise you like this morning. But are you getting the notices?
Huh?
The notices that we post on the property.
Well, yeah,
Yeah, could we take just 5 minutes so I could go to the restroom?
Yes.
And then that way, it's only a bit after 11, even
I
though
would
this
take
clock says after 10.
the
but
recess.
he's-
Yeah, Thursday or Friday.
Thursday.
Okay. So going through the files, I noticed that I forgot to add 2 cases. Case 4943 is added for an abatement. Case 5672 is added for an extension.
Can you repeat, please, the second case?
5672 is added for an extension of time.
Thank you.
And we're going to go in the order of the agenda. Beginning with section 7.1, case 4381. Chief Code Officer Jocelyn Ramirez for the town of Pembroke Park, case 4381. Property owner Holiday Hallandale MHC LLC. Site address 3140 West Hallandale Beach Boulevard, Pembroke Park, Florida. A notice of violation was handed on January 8, 2019. A notice of formal hearing with a copy of the notice of violation was sent by certified mail on February 23rd, and posted to the property and town hall March 3rd, 23rd. The violation is for a new fence that was installed without a permit. This case I inherited from former Officer Jeffrey Lewis. I am familiar with the property and I am familiar with the fence. As of today, they have not pulled a permit for that fence. So it's been a few years. It's my recommendation to give them 60 days to comply, if not $250 and $100 admin fee.
Okay, listen to the evidence and seen the photos. I'm going to find there's substantial competent evidence to support the city's position. They'll have 60 days in which to comply or $250 per day thereafter. Thank you.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Progress.
Next case is on section 7.3, case 5707. Chief Code Officer Jocelyn Ramirez for the town of Pembroke Park. Case 5707. Property owner XYD Investments LLC. Site address 2500 Southwest 30th Avenue, Pembroke Park, Florida. A notice violation was sent by regular mail on March 29, 2021. A notice of formal hearing with a copy of the notice violation was sent by certified mail February 17, 23rd, posted to the property and town hall March 3rd, 23rd. The violations were for item number 1, exterior maintenance required of the parking lot. Item number 2, exterior maintenance required, remove roof dirt buildup and repair. Item number 3, installation of light fixtures without permit. Item number 4, tops cabinet signs require maintenance. The letter S is exposed and requires cover. Item number 5, permanent window signs are prohibited. Remove all window signs. So, as of today, item number 1 through 4 has been complied with. Item number 5 of the permanent window is still outstanding. So, it's my recommendation to give them 30 days to comply, if not a $250 per diem with a $100 admin fee.
Okay, I've listened to the evidence and the fact that they're complying. There's substantial competent evidence to support the city's position. They'll have 30 days to comply with the last remaining item that they haven't complied with, or $250 per day thereafter. And there's always the $100. It's in the order, whether I mention it or not.
Case 5708 on section 7.4 is next. Chief Code Officer Jocelyn Ramirez for the town of Pembroke Park, case 5708. Property owner Warehouse LLC,
Oops.
site address 2501 South Park Lane, Pembroke Park, Florida. A notice of violation was sent by regular mail on March 29, 2021. A notice of formal hearing with a copy of the notice of violation was sent by certified mail February 17, 23rd, posted to the property in Town Hall March 3rd, 23rd. The violations are for item number 1, bulk trash out in the open for more than 24 hours, remove bulk trash. Item number 2, exterior maintenance required, building requires pressure washing and paint. Item number 3, parking zone area requires paving and striping, obtain plans, permit inspections. Item number 4, installation of electrical cameras and light fixtures without a permit, obtain plans, permit, and inspections. Item number 5, parking abandoned vehicles on property, remove abandoned vehicles. So far, item number 1, bulk trash has been removed. Item number 2, the building has been painted. Item number 3, the parking zone still requires correction. Item number 4, installation of electrical camera. They still have to obtain a permit. And item number 5, they partially complied. But I was told as of yesterday that they have removed all the abandoned vehicles, so I will have to do an inspection. It is my recommendation to give them 60 days to obtain the permits, if not a $250 fee per diem fine and a $100 admin fee.
Okay, so it'd be 60 days in which to get a permit and to close out the permit as well.
Right.
Okay. And to comply with every one of the violations. All right, there's substantial competent evidence to support the city's position. Based on the evidence, they'll have 60 days in which to comply, or $250 per day thereafter. Thank you.
Chief, okay, I'm sorry. Next case is on section 7.9 on the agenda. Case 7275. Chief Code Officer Jocelyn Ramirez for the town of Pembroke Park, case 7275. Property owner,
Thank you.
Properties JJC LLC, site address 5100 Southwest 41st Street, Pembroke Park, Florida. A notice of violation was sent by regular mail on July 11, 2022. A notice of formal hearing with a copy of the notice of violation was sent by certified mail February 17, 23rd, posted to the property and town hall March 3rd, 23rd. The violations were for demolition of drywall without a permit, removal of water heater without a permit, ceiling had patch repairs filled with water, so they had to repair it according to the Florida Building Code. Item number 4, bathroom cabinet is deteriorated, and they need to obtain plans and permit for the vanity. I know that the owner did attempt to obtain a permit and correct these items, but the permit expired, so they'll have to either reinstate it or start all over. So it's my recommendation to give them 60 days to finalize that permit, if not a $250 per diem with a $100 admin fee.
Okay, based on the testimony, the evidence has been presented, including the photos. I'm going to find that there's substantial competent evidence to support the city's position, and they'll have to comply with all permitting requirements and close out the permit and any other compliance requirements as set forth in the order. They'll have within 60 days, did you say? Yeah, 60 days, or $250 per day thereafter.
Next case on section 7.10, case 8234. Chief Code Officer Jocelyn Ramirez for the Town of Pembroke Park. Case 8234, property owner Warehouse LLC, site address 2501 South Park Lane, Pembroke Park. Notice a formal hearing with a copy of the notice violation was sent by certified mail on February 17, 23rd, posted to the property in Town Hall March 3rd, 23rd. The violation is for a damaged garage door on the north side of the property. Garage door is covered in tape, plastic bags, and has excessive amount of sandbag. Property owner must repair garage door and obtain any necessary permits from the building department. It is my recommendation to give them 60 days, if not a $250 per diem with a $100 admin fee.
Okay, I've listened to the evidence and seen the photos. There's substantial competent evidence to support the city's position. They'll be given 60 days in which to comply, or $250 per day thereafter.
I'm not sure if I mentioned this before, but section 9.1, case 4947 on the agenda, that has been postponed since the owner said that he cannot make it.
Okay, all right. We just won't hear it, that's all.
Next case on section 9.3 of the agenda, case 5437. Oh, hang on. I think I skipped one. Section 8.3, case 7157. Chief Code Officer Jocelyn Ramirez for the Town of Pembroke Park, case 7157. Property owner Hallandale Retail LLC, site address 2940 Country Club Lane, Pembroke Park, Florida. A notice of hearing to confirm fine was sent by certified mail February 23rd, posted to the property March 3rd, 23rd. It is the town's motion to confirm the fine of $28,600.
Okay, there nobody's here. I'm just gonna go ahead and confirm the fine for $28,600. It'll continue to run at $250 per day, and there's also a $100 administrative fee as always. So there you go.
Okay.
Thank you.
Next case is section 9.3 on the agenda, case 5437.
Thank you.
Chief Code Officer Jocelyn Ramirez for the Town of Pembroke Park, case 5437. Property owner Amita Development LLC, site address 2350 Southwest 30th Avenue, Pembroke Park, Florida. A notice of hearing to abate fine was sent by certified mail February 24th, 23rd, posted to the property and Town Hall March 3rd, 23rd. It is the town's motion to abate the fine of $23,100 and reduce it to $3,550. And this is the owner is in agreement to that amount.
Okay, the order says 3350, so should that be 3550?
Yeah, it should be the other way around.
3550.
Let me check the email I sent.
Yeah, okay, go ahead. That's all right.
Yeah, it should be 3,550.
Okay, I'll just make the change, the 3 to the 5. Okay. That's okay. You don't need to do it over again unless you really want to.
Yeah, she'll print it over 3,550.
Right, 3550. Actually, it's easy to do that with a 3.
You know, sometimes we get, what is it called, the dyslexic
Yeah,
numbers.
of course. It's okay. Everyone's forgiven. There's nothing to forgive. You know, it's okay. We just made the changes. It's okay. I'm going to bait it payable within 90 days at $3,550, and I'll initial it on the right side. There you go.
Next case is section 9.6 on the agenda, case 5771. Chief Code Officer Jocelyn Ramirez for the town of Pembroke Park, case 5771, property owner Israel Family Park Road 1 LLC. Site address 2641 through 2681 South Park Road. A notice of hearing to abate fine was sent by certified mail March 23rd, posted to the property and town hall March 3rd, 23rd. The property owner is also in agreement to the abatement. It is the town's motion to reduce the fine of $141,600 and reduce it by 85%. So the total is $21,374. That includes the recording of the lien and the $100 admin fee.
Okay, that includes everything. All right. I'm going to abate it to $21,374 payable within 30 days, and it's an agreed order of abatement. Very good. 21,374 in all the places here. There you go.
Next case is on section 9.7, case 6512.
Case number again?
6512. Chief Code Officer Jocelyn Ramirez for the town of Pembroke Park. Case 6512. Property owner DCT/CE2 LLC, care of Prologis RE Tax. Site address 3520 Southwest 20th Street. A notice of hearing to abate fine was sent by certified mail February 27, 23rd, posted to the property and town hall March 3rd, 23rd. It is the town's motion to reduce the fine of $11,850 by 85%, and that total is $1,863. That includes the admin fee, and the property owner is in agreement.
Okay, I'm going to abate it and reduce it to $1,863 payable within 30 days. Okay.
Next case on section 9.8, case 6955. Chief Code Officer Jocelyn Ramirez for the town of Pembroke Park. Case 6955. Property owner Israel Family Park Road 1 LLC. Site address 2641 through 2649 South Park Road. Notice of hearing to abate fine was sent by certified mail, posted to the property and town hall March 3rd, 20. It is the town's motion to reduce the fine of $22,350 and reduce it by 85%. That amount is $3,438 and includes the $100 admin fee, and the owner is in agreement.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and abate it in accordance with the agreement of the parties to $3,438 payable within 30 days. Yeah, I think they're duplicate pages here. Just double check that. It's no big deal. It's just, usually it's 3 pages. There you go. Make sure I didn't take out something. It should be there. Thank you.
Next case is section 9.9, case 7832. Chief Code Officer Jocelyn Ramirez for the town of Pembroke Park, case 7832. Property owner Medina Land Holdings 12 LLC, site address 2570 South Park Road, Pembroke Park, Florida. A notice of hearing to abate fine was sent by certified mail February 23rd, 23rd. Posted to the property and town hall March 3rd, 23rd. It is the town's motion to reduce the fine of $18,100 by 85%. That total is $3,350, and that includes the admin fee. The owner is also in agreement.
All right. I'll reduce it, abate it to $3,350 as agreed to by the parties and payable within 30 days.
On section 11.1 on the agenda, we have a case for administrative corrections, and that's case 5690.
Okay.
On the order that is provided to you, we made the corrections. It was the correction to put the correct amended final order date on the lien. So,
right.
So basically, what happened was that the lien accrual fee should have started as of. This is here. I think I'm missing a page here. Hold on a second. Yeah. Yeah, there was a missing page on the recording of the lien. So the accrual of the fine should have began 45 days after September 15, 2021. And the date that was put on the lien was the final order date of June 16, 2021. So we made those corrections to reflect the amended final order date.
Okay. Do you, under the supplemental order code compliance lien, do you want me to put corrected also? I mean,
I think it's on there. It should be on the title.
Okay.
Amended, corrected.
it just says supplemental order / code compliance lien.
I forgot to put corrected. I'm sorry.
No, don't worry. Don't be sorry. You want me to just put corrected?
Yeah, you
I'll
can
just
put
write
corrected.
on it. I can write on it. It's
And
no
then we'll
big.
just print it again.
Okay. This is the first page.
Corrected, right. Corrected supplemental. And you might want to put in on the first page, if you can fit it in, that the order entered on whatever date you're more or less vacating or changing is being corrected by this one. Although this says corrected on it, and you said only one page was recorded, or 2 out of 3 rather than.
The amended final order, one of the pages was missing.
I got you.
So-
Okay.
So we'll just have to
Yeah.
record it again correctly.
Okay. All right. I just want to make sure the first one doesn't. It may show up, but anyway, this will say corrected on it. There you go. Thank you.
And so we have 2 more cases.
Ooh.
All right. Chief Code Officer Jocelyn Ramirez for the town of Pembroke Park, case 4943. A notice of hearing to abate fine was sent by certified mail February 14, 23rd. The property owner's Hallandale Retail LLC. The site address is 3000 Country Club Lane, Pembroke Park, Florida. It is the town's motion to reduce the fine of $52,932 by 85%. That total amount is $6,391. That includes the recording of the lien and the admin fee and the levy fine.
Okay. This is the add-on in 4943.
Yes.
Agreed order of abatement, which is good, and I'll go ahead and sign off on it and abate it to $6,391, payable within 6 days.
Yeah.
Okay, very good.
Next case is 5672.
Yes.
Chief Code Officer Jocelyn Ramirez for the town of Pembroke Park, case 5672. Property owner Lodges Exchange, Pembroke Road and 30th Avenue LLC. Site address 3876 through 3880, Pembroke Park, Florida. A request for an extension of time was sent to me via email March 10, 2023. It is my recommendation, because they only have to comply with the installation of the electrical security camera system that they installed without a permit. So they're asking for 30 days, and I agree to that. So the per diem fine will stay the same. It's $250 with a $100 admin fee.
Okay. All right, so it's 30 days. All right, I'll grant the extension, have an amended final order, giving them 30 days of which to comply, or $250 per day thereafter. And of course, the $100 administrative fee. There you go.
And that concludes all my cases.
Okay.
I have one left here.
Which one?
62. Case 4862.
Yeah, don't worry about that.
Okay.
Yeah, that concludes my cases.
All right, and we did the motion to authorize foreclosure, as we all know. So unless you want to do them again, no, no. Okay, I don't think so. Okay, we'll end the meetings. It's now, we'll say noon. And that's that. Until the next time. Very good job, everyone, as always. Okay.
Are we adjourning?
Yes, we are adjourning. Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Time was 11:58.